It's Rich back with you for another video. I'm here with Ken Gulliker from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. He came all the way down to take us to breakfast. Just kidding. He brought his 2012 Meridian, and we're going to be putting this airplane on the market for sale. Ken's going to tell us all about it on this trip up to Harris Ranch, and we're going to take you along.
On your side. Okay. Now we're going to put
I was in a Meridian years ago.
okay.
It's been a while.
November, correction, Charlie Foxtrot, Juliet Alpha, India, runway 30, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 30, Jeff India.
Bomb Beach Tower, taking requested runway.
Seats, manual. And let's roll the power in. Okay, we've got airspeed alive on 2. And now we're looking for 85 knots.
Long Beach Tower, Cherokee 8225, uniform holding short of 26 right. I'd like to make a right downwind departure.
November 10 Golf traffic, 1 o'clock and 2 miles opposite direction. Same, thank you. November 60 Tango turn base, runway 26 right, clear for the option.
Turn base 26 right, clear for the option, 60 Tango.
From Roger, that's approved as requested and no delay on the roll.
25 uniform, we're on the roll.
Meridian, Juliet Alpha, or Charlie Fox, Juliet Alpha, India, contact SoCal departure.
Or departure now, Jeff India. I maintain 7,000, Jeff India.
1500 is my max torque. So I'll get a chime at 1320.
132, maintain
So I'll keep it right underneath. That's a bit of a, that's probably the most work you have in managing torque. Yeah. If I have passengers that don't like the bank, I'll go half bank on the on the G1000.
Yeah. Number 10, Echo, resume navigation.
You guys are used to that.
Matteo loves it.
I love banks.
turns.
Approach 125.35. Charlie Foxtrot, Juliet Alpha, India. Do you depict Dodger along your route of flight about 12 miles ahead?
Affirmative, Jeff India. LA Center, low Meridian, Charlie Fox, Jeff India, leaving 14-1 for 16,000.
Busy airspace here. Yeah, this is good. Like, I kind of enjoy the IFR flying.
Yeah.
There's lots going on, and I kind of like lots going on.
Yeah, me too.
And another thing that I see guys, you know, you see some bad landings, and you wonder if the guy just had done a longer final or stayed IFR.
Number
got the whole approach loaded.
Echo, contact Los Angeles.
Why not
119er,
let your technology fly you to the runway?
905,
Well, I got guys that say, well, you can cut the corner on a T-fix because you're coming from this way. Yeah, you can. It just increases your workload and saves you 2 minutes.
Yeah, start changing things up in that compressed area where things are happening fast.
Yeah, well, that's the most likely
higher incident
spot you're going to get an issue.
Sure.
Center low, it's Charlie Fox, Julia Alpha India, leaving 17.5 for 230.
Okay, we're climbing this 2012 Hyper Meridian
128.3, get there.
off of Long Beach. We did kind of a standard departure out of there. We're out of basically 21,000 up to our cruise altitude of 26,000 with Ken Gulliker. And Ken and I met off of talking about Mustangs off of YouTube.
If you like it, Romeo Zulu here.
And he was down in the area, so we're going to list this Meridian for sale. But so how I think it's always interesting for me to learn how people got into flying. How'd you get into airplanes?
Training or mission or anything, but if you like it, you start direct on market.
Grew up in BC, so we had a dirt strip about a mile down the road from our farm, and we would bike down there and watch the airplanes taking off because they were doing skydiving. So I kind of got hooked on it. Was always looking up at airplanes. So in 2005, I got my private license, and then first airplane was a Piper Cherokee, great starting airplane. Then I went over to a DA-42, Diamond Twin Star. A lot of fun in that plane as well, but they all kind of had their own limitations. And then finally went to Meridian, and that was, I call it a big game changer. The biggest items I would call would be pressurization and the turbine engine.
That's really what you wanted, was pressurization based on the cross countries that you're doing in the 42.
Right. Yep.
Based on the expectation you had for transitioning into this big step up in performance, this airplane meets your expectations, because you've been running it for 4 years and 800 hours.
Yeah, that's right. It definitely did. Like it expanded our mission. We could fly. We've flown all across North America. Really, my wife and I. It's a great plane for that. You can fuel it right up, take all the bags you want with 2 people, and you can go a long way.
So it's mostly you and your wife. She's pretty comfortable in the back.
Yeah, the back right rear seat is the best. I say it's the best seat in the airplane. Yeah.
She's happy with it. The pressurization, turbine performance, reliability, that stuff all paid off as you expected it would.
Right. She says that she sleeps through most of the flights. So.
Yeah, that's always, somebody told me, if the passenger sleeps, it's the sign of a good pilot and a good airplane.
Right on.
Yeah. Let's go and look when we took off, flight time so far.
I'm maintain level 29er 0.
Been airborne for 21 minutes, and we're at a 24.5. We've had pretty much we haven't had any level offs.
Right.
Pretty impressive. Pretty impressive.
1662.
And then for flight planning, let's just say on a typical trip, what would you file at altitude? What do you figure on true airspeed and flow?
Yeah, so it depends on the range. If I need a full range flight, if I need 800 nautical mile trip, I'm definitely going to try to go as high as I can. I can go to 30,000 in this one. I've got the RBSM STC. At 30,000, you're going to see 265 knots and fuel burn around 250 pounds an hour.
That's a pretty typical stage length for you, 500 miles, 600 miles?
Yeah, generally that's pretty typical. A lot of our flights are south to the States.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about this. Again, it's a 2012 Meridian, so this is the precursor to the M500, but they're essentially the same. I think they made some changes on the M500s, but performance and everything's basically the same. This is a 2012. Tell me a little bit about time, avionics options, any other options on the airplane.
Yeah, so it's the G1000. It's the legacy G1000. So also coupled with the GFC 700 autopilot. That's a great fit. That's a really rock solid autopilot. This Meridian also has the airbag seatbelts, and it's got the RBSM STC that lets you go up to 30,000.
Did you put that on, or was that?
Oh, that was in when I added the RBSM STC, and the seatbelts I believe were factory.
Yeah. And is like radar and pretty much all the avionics options are pretty much standard.
Yeah, it's got radar, it's got NexRad, storm scope, all the typical options that are issued with a 2012 Meridian.
I presume most Meridians get all the options.
Yes, I do. I believe that's how they come out.
I don't think you see anything with like no de-ice, for instance, or no radar.
That was prior to the early years, 04, around 04.
Then, so this particular airplane has how many hours?
We're 1450.
1450. And hot sections do at 17.
Yeah, 1800.
So it's 30. Yeah, that's right.
350 hours left.
And then, based on your expectations, maintenance-wise, I mean, 4 years and 800 hours, pretty good span of operation. Is it the expectation you had for maintenance costs, operating costs, pretty much in line with what you expected?
I think so. I spend around $30,000 a year on this plane. And as far as AOG events, I've only had, I think, one AOG event, but the plane's been very reliable.
Yeah. And that's one thing I think you get, you know, when you upgrade to turbine. Coming out of piston engine airplanes, did that reliability go up quite a bit?
Oh, for sure, yeah. With piston, you know, you've got, you know, spark plugs, you've got, you know, prop, you've got hot cylinders, and you're not dealing with any of that here. And another nice thing is there's no shock cooling. You know, we can pull power back to idle right now. We can descend at, you know, 3,000 feet a minute.
Yeah, that's really a nice thing about turbine engines. And then we were talking yesterday, and you got a pretty wide range of missions. Tell us about some of your, you know, longer range missions, and maybe something that you do regularly that's really short.
So some of the trips we've done in this plane, just recently, my wife and I went to Florida, Saskatoon. It's 1,800 nautical mile trip, and we made it in one stop. Last year, took 3 pilot buddies up to Juneau, Alaska. We did a 4-day fishing trip up there. One of the shorter trips I did, would really save a lot of time, was back in my hometown, Chilliwack to Victoria, BC. It's over the water, so if you're driving, you've got the ferry. It's a 6-hour deal, and I think we did it in 28 minutes.
Yeah, so that's a wide range in utilization. It's pretty cool. I mean, to be able to make, I mean, granted, you're not going to get that trip to Florida in one stop every time, but it's pretty cool to make a trip like that in this airplane. Be comfortable.
Yeah, it is.
Have the reliability of a turbine engine.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't get to spend much time at 260, but typically at 260, let's look at a true airspeed, a fuel burn, and
it's really easy. The Meridian is known as the 260 cubed airplane. Flight level 260, burning 260 pounds and doing 260 knots.
Yeah. And that's pretty consistent with what you do. Really comfortable. I haven't spent a lot of time in Meridians, but I mean, to me, you know, these airframes, the Malibus all the way up through or the Matrix all the way up through the Meridian, they take a little bit of criticism for the cockpit. You know, climbing into the cockpit. You and I are about the same height.
And I've got a fair bit of room up here.
I've got plenty of room. I mean, really any airplane, even when you get into some of the big jets, it's not a walk-in cockpit. You got to bend down and scrunch around and throw a leg over. So I don't see that as a major issue. If you're a big guy, then you're going to have issues, but you're going to have issues really in any airplane. It's just a matter of which one's a little bit easier.
And but these seats do go up and down a fair bit. Like, you know, there's room here, but I can drop the seat down even more.
This is a mature product, and when you look at the way it's configured, and you know, the switch panels, the G1000, the way, I mean, it's really refined it.
Yeah.
Sorry, was that big 7?
Really nice.
And pilots that maybe aren't used to pressurization might, you know, be concerned about, like, this is such an easy system. You know, you basically set it when you take off, and then one more time on your descent. So it's really low workload.
Yeah, it's a 5.5.
Yeah, 5.5 max differential pressure.
And at 30,000, it's
at 30,000, you're going to be right around 10,000 cabin altitude. At 26, I think we were at around 8,000.
And you probably spend most of your time at 26.
Yeah, most.
You said sometimes on straight Jet A, you have a temperature limitation on the fuel, and that could be a limitation.
Yeah, it is. It's a limitation right there. So it's minus 34 for straight Jet A, and
you got to think about that if you're going to go to 30 or 31.
Right. It might be a limitation. It'll tell you here. You know, once your fuel temperature drops to 34.
I see.
So yeah, in Canada we have Jet A1, and we can go to minus 41.
That takes it out of the game.
2,500 or above.
Nice.
Traffic of 1.
So G1000. Legacy G1000 with, why don't you take us through the options on the MFD there?
You've got your NC maps, and then you've got traffic map here, one guy down there, and then weather radar today. There's nothing on the radar to worry about. Storm scope, It's good for showing where the light is. And, weather data link. This is an XM subscription, so this is all the weather reporting points. Then we've got terrain as well.
Nice. And you got synthetic vision.
Yes, that's another one too.
So, you know, we know we'll get in the comments, you know, why sell the Meridian? It sounds like you've been really happy with it. Why are you selling it? What's the plan for the future?
Yeah, it's a very valid point, and I think life gives you an opportunity to do things, and I have an opportunity coming up to partner in a Citation Mustang. So that's the, you know, the biggest reason. I'll probably miss this plane some days. I know I will, but you know what? You gotta take an opportunity when it comes up.
Yeah, it sounds like that's kind of a really nice scenario that the stars aligned and you got this opportunity, and and who doesn't like to upgrade to a jet?
Right,
you know,
right. Yeah, so looking forward to that.
And you're going to flight safety pretty quick. Not flight safety, SimCom.
Yeah, going to SimCom Monday to start the type rating. So
nice, nice. Okay, so this is about a 200 nautical mile trip that we're making from Long Beach to Harris Ranch. In this airplane, Harris Ranch is 2,800 foot by 30 feet wide strip, so it's not a long strip by any stretch.
Right. Yeah.
You know, in the Mustang we kind of say 3,000 feet's the minimum, you know, based on the conditions. I think you could do this in a Mustang, but you'd start to really examine it pretty closely. On a trip of 200 nautical miles versus this airplane, the Mustang versus the Meridian, it's not like you're going to show up a lot faster. Right. So this is one of those trips where Meridian really shines, honestly, because you have the short strip. Again, it's 2,800 feet by 30 feet wide, so it's not wide or long. So we'll be going in there. You got all the confidence in the world to make this happen. We're going to approach about 85, and then getting out of there. Based on what I saw in Long Beach, going to be pretty easy to get out of there.
We'll do a short field takeoff.
How far are we? We're about 80 miles.
We're about 11 from starting our descent to be at 3,000 over the airport. We're 88 back.
How long have we been in the air now?
Let's have a look. We're in the air for 41 minutes.
Pretty close to an hour.
Yeah.
So we'll pick up as we descend into into Harris Ranch.
Sure. Okay.
A lot of this,
go down to 3.
a lot of this, these floods you see are from all the rain we've had. There's a lake bed that's dry that apparently has reappeared now. And this is all water you don't typically see.
We are going to do it old school today. Approach is going to be visuals, which just the flow, flaps, gear, etc. We're 0.3 differential, so
good.
We're almost down to 0 cabin.
It did a really nice job on the pressurization system.
It does, and you know what's funny? The M600 and the M500s have a digital one. They don't like it.
Yeah, it's got problems.
It's got problems. All right, 3,000 feet. Let's go see if our terrain is going to bring anything up here. Oh, look at that. There you go. So we can zoom in on that. See that we're well away from anything here. The only nearest threat would be that mound, and we're going to be well away from that because it's a 25-mile circle there. Harris Ranch traffic, it's Meridian, Charlie Fox 2 Alpha India. We are 20 to the south at 3,000 inbound. We're expecting the field in 7 minutes.
You got the field yet?
Oh, 14 miles, not yet.
Better see the freeway.
I see the freeway, and then it looks like there's a 600-foot tower off of our a beam the airport to the right, and several towers, but they're all under 1,000 feet. There's the highway. So we said we're going to go left of the highway. So we can start to follow the highway in, and let's do that.
Yeah, maybe
let's
turn left 20 degrees.
Yeah, let's go and parallel the highway in.
Hard airport to pick off because it's little. Just remember being right on the freeway. You kind of cross over the freeway on base leg.
Oh yeah. We'll start descending at 500 feet a minute.
Here's the freeway, so the airport is right.
Start turning a little bit.
I can see the airport now.
Oh, you see it? Okay.
Yeah. Just follow the freeway up and you'll see it right to the...
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Harris Ranch traffic, it's Meridian, Joe off India.
We are 6 miles to the south at 2,400.
I think the windsock is between the runway and the freeway. There's a little.
Okay.
So maybe if you,
I'll drop the nose a bit.
if you want to
keep it out your side.
keep it on my side. I'll give you a read.
Yeah.
I think this heading's about perfect.
Yeah, I think so. Pick 3-2 if there's no difference, but.
Yeah, it's definitely 3-2.
I'll drop. Okay, 3-2. Okay.
Yeah, it looks
So
like.
then I'll do a.
Give me one more tip to the right. Let me just take another. It's pretty much calm, but 3-2 works.
Okay. Harris Ranch traffic, Meridian Alpha India. We'll be joining a left downwind runway 32.
What a nice flight, nice airplane, man. All right, let's get. There's our strip right ahead of us.
Harris Ranch traffic, Meridian Alpha India on a left downwind 32.
Tractors in the field over here.
Oh yeah,
working up some dust.
Oh yeah, he's got a little bit there. Yeah, kind
Pretty
of
calm.
That says it's coming out of the.
This one shows it coming out of the north.
Yeah. Okay, so narrow and 2,800 feet. All right. Harris Ranch traffic, Meridian Alpha India turning. I based the final for runway 32. Okay, 31 more notch flaps to go. Well, these autopilot planes do make you lazy on the rudder.
Yeah.
You know, yaw damper, etc. Okay, that's a little narrow piece of pavement. Let's get down on there.
You can plan it to be, landing right on the numbers.
Yeah.
There's really nothing out there.
Okay, there's 95, 94, coming down, correcting to the left. Be green, flaps full. So there's 90 knots. And there's 90. And birds. But he told the birds to get out of the way.
Oh.
Nice. There we go. Good flight, sir. Right on. That was fun. What's that? We came from Long Beach. Oh, nice. Yeah. Little pilot wannabes here? Yeah. Right on. Yeah? Yeah. Right, with short and cross. But we exactly.
A lot of birds.
Okay, so we had our breakfast at Harris Ranch. Ken, you did the approach, the landing. What'd you think?
It was a lot of fun. Narrowest runway I've ever landed on, and probably the shortest as well. But no problem for the Meridian.
Plenty of margin. Really, no wind.
Yeah,
mostly calm winds. Maybe a little bit of breeze coming out of the.
It was
north.
good.
It was cool. It's a really cool place to go. So we also Harris Ranch is pretty popular in the aviation community as a fly in, walk over and have some kind of meal. I've never had breakfast here before, so that was my first breakfast. I've been here several times they have great steaks, as you guys can tell. They're known for their meat.
And you can smell that walking in.
Red meat. Right?
The smoke was great.
Smoke was going.
This is a red meat.
I definitely come here again. It was a lot of fun. Good spot.
I had the chorizo omelet.
Yeah.
It was really good. I haven't had an omelet like that for a long time, and it was very filling, good, nice and hot.
Yeah.
Nice spice, good salsa. So I give it a really high score on my particular meal.
I had the 3rd pound beef patty with over medium eggs and some country potatoes. I said this last time, but now this is at the top of my list.
Yeah.
Sorry, Flows. Sorry, Waypoint Cafe, but
Keep getting better.
Harris Ranch just upped the ante, so.
Yeah, awesome. I had the eggs and Canadian bacon. I'm sure it was Canadian bacon. It was awesome. Yeah.
Good, yeah.
You bet.
So we get all the way around. Good scores for Harris Ranch for breakfast. Maybe we'll come back here again for dinner sometime.
Yeah.